What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. Alright guys, so it's time for us to basically jump back into Marvel Comics. And the thing is though guys, we just wrapped up Marvel Siege. We covered mostly the Marvel Siege reading order. And the thing is though guys, for the past couple days, I have been sitting in my room wondering what should we do next? Because guys, we just wrapped up Marvel Siege, right? And I was kind of like, what in the world could we do next? And I say, you know what? We can do Brian Michael Bendis Avengers. And the reason why I want to sit down and cover Brian Michael Bendis Avengers because it takes place after Marvel Siege. And the thing is though guys, this is us continuing our coverage over Marvel Comics. But the thing is though, we're now picking up after the Marvel Siege event, where now we have Captain America Steve Rogers running S.H.I.E.L.D. And the thing is though guys, this is Marvel looking back in the past few years in their comics. And they say, listen, we had a dark period in time when it came to Marvel Comics. We had Civil War, Secret Invasion, Dark Reign, and Siege. We had 4 different things going on, and that period of time, it was all dark comics. Stories were so dark, it was kind of like, dang, we need some light-hearted content. And so, guys, after Marvel Siege, we got the heroic age, the light-hearted content that Marvel wanted to give us, to say, hey, we are going to leave the dark comics behind and go be more light-hearted. And so guys, we're going to pick up with Brian Michael Bendis Avengers, because when they launched the heroic age, they canceled the Mighty Avengers and also canceled the New Avengers and said, we are going to basically relaunch Marvel Comics Avengers with 4 different titles. All 4 titles under the freaking Avengers banner. And so guys, we're going to pick it with the first team, the Avengers, written by Brian Michael Bendis. Now guys, this story right here is a very, very crazy time traveling story. But honestly, it's a good one. So guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into Brian Michael Bendis Avengers Volume 1. Now guys, when it comes to Avengers number 1, with this book right here guys, we pick up with King the Conqueror. And the thing is though guys, right now you have King the Conqueror on the ground just in pain, but he's yelling at somebody or some people because he is saying, I can't believe you guys defeated me. Do you know who I am? I am King the Conqueror. I will always come back. And when I do, I will get my revenge. And then just like that, he disappears. And it's kind of like, yo, what happened to King the Conqueror? But the thing is though guys, right before we jump over to our next setting, we pick up with a group of kids who were the ones to defeat King the Conqueror. And they're kind of like, man, he talks too much. And that tells us that these kids were the ones to defeat King the Conqueror. And it's kind of like, what? These group of kids defeated the Time Lord of basically Marvel Comics, to me personally. But it's kind of like, but how? Now, we do jump over to Steve Rogers. Now guys, remember, Steve Rogers is now the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. He is running S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. And the thing is though, his first task is to say, hey guys, listen, the world still needs superheroes. The world needs the Avengers. And so I'm picking you guys to be on my different Avengers teams. And so he says, for my main Avengers, I want you, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Wolverine, Hawkeye, Thor, Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Captain America, Bucky. Because right now, guys, Steve Rogers is still not Captain America. It is still Bucky. And so he says, you guys are going to be my Avengers for this team right here. Now, we do kind of find out he did have one more person in mind, and that person was Wonder Man. And the thing is, though, guys, Wonder Man says no, because every time the world is about to blow up, almost every single time the world is about to blow up or someone's going to die, it's because of the Avengers. The Avengers are always at fault for somebody dying or for the world almost blowing up. And so you have Wonder Man say, do not reform the Avengers, because once you do, something big is going to happen down the road because of the Avengers. And I'm just going to stand there and say, I told you so. Now, we do jump over to the base of the Avengers. And the thing is, though, guys, right now you have the Avengers just hanging out, talking to one another, and basically saying, oh my God, I can't believe that we are going to be the new Avengers. This is kind of cool. The thing is, though, guys, right when Steve Rogers basically tells the team that your team leader is going to be Maria Hill, out of nowhere, Kang the Conqueror reappears in front of the team. And it's kind of like, okay, Kang, why are you here? Now, the thing is, though, Kang could not tell the heroes why he was there, because as soon as he appeared, Thor just started beating down on him, because Thor is one of the original Avengers. And so he knows when Kang the Conqueror appears, stuff is about to go down. And so Thor says, nope, I can't have this. We need you out of here right now. And so Thor basically throws his hammer, kicks Kang out of the base of the Avengers, and starts to beat down on Kang. But Kang says, stop. Stop right now. Because with this device right here, I can just end every single one of you guys. Now, Tony Stark, he flies down and he sees what is in Kang's hand. And he hears Tony Stark say, he's right. I need everybody to stand down right now. Because what is in his hand can literally kill us all and possibly kill the whole world. And you have every single member of the Avengers kind of like, what are you talking about? What in the world is in his hand right now? And you have Tony Stark say, that is my doomsday device that I thought of, but I never made. And you have Kang say, you're right. You didn't make this right now, though. You make this down the road. So yes, this is a device that you planned but never made at this point in time. But down the road in time, you do make it. And the thing is, I have it right now. So stop attacking me and listen to me, because I have some big things to tell you. And the thing is, though, you have Kang say, I come from the future. And in the future, the world is destroyed. The world is destroyed because of your children. Your children, Avengers, destroy the world. And you have Kang the Conqueror say, in the future, Ultron won. Ultron won, and he was able to defeat every single superhero. But the thing is though, guys, your kids, yes, Avengers, your kids were the ones to defeat Ultron. The problem is, though, in the future, they are wielding very powerful artifacts that could wipe out the whole universe. And so I need you guys to go in the future and stop your children before they wipe out the whole universe. And the thing is, though, guys, Kang disappears after he says that. He says, whoop, I'm gone. Like, that was my message. In the future, the world is destroyed because of your kids, because of your children. So I need you guys to go in the future and stop your own kids before they destroy the whole universe. And he leaves. And the thing is, though, you kind of have the Avengers like, what do we do? Do we trust Kang? Because this is Kang the Conqueror, one of our big time supervillains. Like, can we trust him? And the thing is, though, you have Iron Man say, we have no choice. We have to go. But we need a time machine. And that's when you have Wolverine say, hey, haha, I know somebody who can make us a time machine. Now, guys, when it comes to Avengers #2, with this book right here, guys, we pick up with our heroes going to meet the person who could possibly build them a time machine. And the person who is going to build them a time machine is Novar, aka Marvel Boy. Now, guys, Marvel Boy was a character back in Dark Reign in Marvel Siege as a anti-hero kind of. I mean, he was working for Norman Osborn, and the thing is, though, he was doing some kind of bad things, but he believed he was doing the bad things for the better of good. And so he's now kind of trying to be a better superhero for the world. And so right now you have Wolverine kind of vouching for him, saying, listen, he worked for Norman Osborn, but now he's a good guy. We can trust him to help us build a time machine. Now, you do have our heroes kind of come behind him and say, hey man, listen, we need your help right now because you are the one person who could literally build us a time machine. We have to go in the future to basically stop our children from ruining the whole universe. And so you have Marvel Boy kind of like, okay, this is kind of weird that you guys came to me, but you know what? I'm down. I'm down to help you guys out. So let's go build a time machine. Now, we do jump over to the base of the Avengers. And the thing is, though, you do have Iron Man, Spider-Man, Marvel Boy, and Thor somehow helping, basically making the time machine right now to go in the future to stop their children. The thing is, though, right when they finish making the time machine, you do have Marvel Boy kind of show us, the readers, but also the heroes, the different possibilities of the future of the Marvel universe. And he says, look, this is the time stream. And these are different possibilities of the future. So, for example, MC2 comics back in the 90s, that is a possible future. 2099, another possibility of the future of Marvel Comics. He is showing them different versions of possibilities for Marvel's timeline. The thing is, though, while our heroes are looking at the time machine, and the time stream, and we are also looking at the time stream starts to shatter. It starts to fall apart. But right before it falls apart completely, we do see the imperfect Hulk right in the time stream yelling at the time stream, and then it shatters completely. And that's when you have Iron Man say, Kang the Conqueror broke time. Kang didn't come here for us to go in the future to save our children. He came here to us to basically save time, because Kang the Conqueror destroyed time. The time stream is falling apart because of Kang, and that's not good. If we don't fix it, time will be completely gone. And the thing is, though, right before Tony Stark is able to explain himself, out of nowhere, Wonder Man appears. He appears in front of our Avengers, and he says, I told y'all so. I told Steve Rogers. I told him if he reforms the Avengers team, something bad is going to happen, and it's going to be the Avengers' fault. And here we are now. Thanks to him something bad has happened. And right now, Wonder Man is going crazy. He is attacking every single Avengers across the roster. Like every single one is fighting against Wonder Man because he is mad about something, and he's saying it is the Avengers' fault that something happened to him or near him. And so right now he is angry. But the thing is though, right before you have Iron Man and the Avengers able to finally stop him, he disappears just like that. Poof, gone. And it's kind of like, yo, where in the world did Wonder Man go to? But the thing is though, guys, before they're able to figure out where in the world Wonder Man disappeared to, out of nowhere, Apocalypse, the X-Men bad guy Apocalypse, appears in front of our heroes with his 4 horsemen. And guys, Apocalypse is nobody to play around with. He is nobody to play around with. And he is here right now in front of our Avengers in their own base with his 4 horsemen. Now guys, when it comes to Avengers number 3, with this book right here, guys, this book does pick up where our last book left off at. Now, you do have the Avengers kind of like, okay, Apocalypse is here. We have Apocalypse and his 4 horsemen right now in front of us. We have to basically handle this situation right now, because if we don't, Apocalypse could wipe us out and probably wipe out New York. Because guys, Apocalypse is a well-known X-Men villain. He is a well-known X-Men villain. And so with him being here right now, it's kind of like, okay, we need all hands on deck. Like, go ahead and start punching and kicking and doing whatever you can to stop Apocalypse and his 4 horsemen. Because whenever he appears, that usually means things are about to pop off, and we need to handle that right now before things do pop off. Now, guys, real quick side note, I want to look at 2 different horsemen of Apocalypse. Because guys, to me personally, this is kind of cool. Because we are seeing Spider-Man, or a Spider-Man from a different dimension, being one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. But also, we are seeing Scarlet Witch, a alternate version of Scarlet Witch being one of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. Now guys, this is kind of cool to see these 2 characters be the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. Now, you do have Wolverine realize something. He says, this is not Apocalypse doing. This is not our big fight. This right here is just a minor situation. And the thing is, you have almost every single Avenger look at Wolverine and say, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean that this is just a minor fight? That this is not a big fight at all? And Wolverine said, Apocalypse is not here because he wants to. He's here because Kang messed up time. I think Apocalypse is right now being pulled to different times across the timelines of the Marvel Universe. And so you have Iron Man kind of like, okay, I think Wolverine is right. I think Wolverine is right about this, because why would Apocalypse just appear right here in front of us? And so you have Iron Man go to Apocalypse, put him in some kind of force shield and say, listen, you and I need to work together, because right now Kang has broken time. We need to fix things. We need to work together. But the thing is though, Apocalypse's mind is so messed up by basically being pulled across time. He's kind of like, no, I am your God. I am your son. I am here to destroy you. And then he disappears. Apocalypse and his 4 horsemen just disappear just like that. And you have Iron Man say, those guys right there are trapped in some kind of hell for a time stream. Like they are trapped in some kind of form of hell for a time stream people. Because right now, thanks to Kang messing up time, those guys are being pulled across time over and over again. And the thing is though, we can't help them unless we fix the time stream. Kang has Apocalypse right now trapped in some kind of time stream hell. Now, you do have Maria Hill say, listen, we are going to break up into two teams because right now, New York needs us. Apparently, I am getting a ton of, I can't talk, guys, sorry. I am getting a ton of different reports all over New York about different things happening, and we need a team here to handle that situation. The rest of you guys are going to the future to stop Kang and to fix the timeline, because if we don't, time is going to fall apart. And so you have Tony Stark, Bucky, Captain America, Wolverine, and Marvel Boy go to the future while the rest of the team goes to New York to handle the problems that are going on in New York right now. Now, the thing is though, guys, to wrap up Avengers number 3, you do have the team go to New York. The thing is though, when they get there, they realize that the public is missing. Where is the public? That's kind of weird that they're not here in the middle of the big national park. Where on the world is the public at? The innocent people. And the thing is though, to wrap up number 3, you have Hawkeye say, hey guys, there's some guy behind me right now and his dinosaur coming right at us. And that wraps up Avengers number 3. Now guys, when it comes to Avengers number 4, with this book right here, we do pick up with basically the Avengers, well, one team of the Avengers right now in the future. And the thing is though, guys, we get a small glimpse of the doom future that Kang was talking about. And the thing is though, we are seeing like Doctor Doom, Ultron, Vision, all these different characters right now fighting one another in some kind of big battle in this future. And the thing is though, before we are able to explore more of this future, we do jump back in time to the second team of Avengers, which is Spider-Man, Hawkeye, Spider-Woman, and Maria Hill, oh, and also Thor. But the thing is though, this team right here is looking around New York and they realize something, that time is collapsing on one another. Because guys, you have a character with his dinosaur named Kill Raven. Now, guys, Kill Raven is from a different Earth, and he is from Earth 691. And the thing is though, on Earth 691, in that Earth right there, that Earth was invaded by Martians in the year 1901. And so that world right there has some big battle between the Martians and the Earthlings in that universe over there. But the thing is though, the reason why I say time is basically collapsing on one another is because you have the same Martians right now from his Earth, from Kill Raven's Earth, right now attacking the main Marvel timeline. And so it's kind of like, what is going on? Why is there Martians? The thing is though, as our heroes are going through New York trying to figure out what they can do, they are seeing Galactus there also. They're seeing all different kind of things happening all over the place. You got people from World War I, World War II. You got things going all over the place. Time is slowly collapsing on one another. Now, we do jump back over to the future with our teams of heroes who are right now in the future trying to stop Kang from ruining time. And the thing is though, as our Avengers in the future are looking around kind of like, what is going on? What is big battle? Why are all these characters right now fighting one another? What is happening? And the thing is though, out of nowhere, they are knocked out just like that. Bam, bam, bam. They are knocked out. And it's kind of like, okay, what's going on? Who knew that these Avengers would appear right here at this moment? Because somebody knocked them out. Somebody wants them there with them, ask them some questions. And so when our heroes finally wake up, they're waking up to basically the children we saw in the very beginning of this story. But guys, these children are the Avengers kids. Now, Brian Michael Bendis did not sit down and go through each single kid, explain who belongs to who. But these are the kids from the future. These are the Avengers kids. And so they are working with the Incredible Hulk in this timeline, which, by the way, it does look like Mastrio. I can never pronounce his name, but it does look like him. Dr. Bruce Banner, when basically the Hulk has the Dr. Bruce Banner brain, the intelligent level of Dr. Bruce Banner. But the thing is, though, when our heroes wake up, you do have Wolverine kind of like, what's going on? We got our kids over here. There's a big war going on out there. And also, we got a Hulk that can talk perfectly fine. Like, he has the mind of Bruce Banner. What in the world is going on right now? The thing is, though, guys, you have the future Hulk say, listen, we need your help because King the Conqueror is basically just ruining time. We need your guys' help. And it was his idea to bring you guys here. And you have the team kind of like, what do you mean that it was his idea to bring us here? And you have the future Hulk say, him. Tony Stark, meet your future self, Tony Stark. And you have the future Tony Stark. I cannot talk right now. You have the future Tony Stark walk out and he says, listen, I need your guys' help because right now we are the last hope to save time completely. And you have the future Hulk grab Iron Man, and then you have the future Iron Man pull out some kind of blade and he stabs the present day Tony Stark. And that wraps up Avengers number 4. Now, when it comes to Avengers number 5, with this book right here, guys, this book does pick up where we left off in the last book with the future Tony Stark stabbing the present day Tony Stark. Now, you do have the present day Tony Stark wake up after being stabbed by the future Tony Stark. And the thing is, though, you have the future Tony Stark say, listen, I had to fix your armor. I basically had to fix the holes in your armor because Ultron was going to take over your body once again. Now, for present day Tony Stark, he's kind of like, no, that's not possible. But the thing is, though, you have the future Tony Stark say, dude, I am you from the future. I'm telling you that in the future, Ultron would take over your armor once again. It'll be his way to return back to Earth. You are literally the pathway for Ultron's return. And the thing is, though, guys, Ultron did use Iron Man's armor back in Mighty Avengers Volume 1. And we covered that story on my channel right here. And so it's kind of like you have the future Tony Stark say, dude, listen to me. I'm from the future, and I'm telling you that in the future, you are the key for Ultron to come back. But you are not at fault here. It's not your fault that time's falling apart. It's his fault. And so you have the future Tony Stark point over to King the Conqueror. And guys, we're going to find out that the future Hulk, the future Tony Stark, the future kids of the Avengers, and King the Conqueror, they have all come together to form some alliance to basically fix what's now falling apart, which is time. Now, you do have the future Iron Man tell the present day superheroes that, listen, thanks to dumb butt over there, King the Conqueror, he went to go fight Ultron. And the thing is, though, when King the Conqueror kept going back in time to fight Ultron over and over again, he would make an army of heroes all over time. And so he was pulling people from different times across the universe, across time, bring them together as an army to fight against Ultron. The thing is, though, Ultron, a AI who is so smart, so strong, was able to defeat King the Conqueror over and over and over again. No matter who King had on his side, King always lost to Ultron over and over again. And the thing is though, with him going back in time over and over again with a different army, he is slowly breaking time apart. He is breaking time apart. And so it's thanks to him in Ultron that time is falling apart. Now, right before the future, Tony Stark could explain even more on how to fix time, the time stream starts to collapse once again. And it basically takes our present day heroes who are in the future back in time. Even our present day heroes who are in the present day back in time. All our heroes go back in time to the point that they're fighting Apocalypse once again like they did earlier in this story. Now, we don't watch the Apocalypse fight all over again. No, we jump back over to Tony Stark, Wolverine, Captain America, Bucky, and Marvel Boy making a new time machine and saying, we have to leave again right now. We have to get out of here. And so they made a new time machine, went back to the future, but not to meet up with the future Hulk and the future Iron Man. No, they went to the future to meet up with the future Ultron. And they say, Ultron, we have a favor to ask you. Now, guys, when it comes to Avengers number 6, with this book right here, guys, this book basically wraps everything up for us. And the thing is, though, you have Iron Man talk to Ultron kind of like, listen, Ultron, we are from the past, but we're here to give you a warning. We need you to go ahead and lose your next battle, because your next battle is going to be against King the Conqueror. And you have Ultron kind of like, what are you talking about? And Iron Man say, listen, you and Kang are going to be in some big battle in a couple minutes right now. And the thing is, though, he is going to come back over and over again. He's going to go across time and pull different people from different alternate universes to come help him fight against you. The thing is, though, you keep beating him. And so he keeps doing that over and over again. And it gets to the point where right now he is messing up time all across the universe. From past to future and alternate universes, he is messing up time. And so you have Iron Man say, we just need you to lose your battle against King to fix time. Now, Ultron's kind of like, dude, you're talking nonsense. I'm going to blast you and get rid of you. But the thing is, though, Iron Man, Marvel Boy, Wolverine, and Thor, they came prepared. They're like, dude, no. Like, we're not having it. You're not going to blast us because, one, we got a force shield, and two, because we need you to listen. We need you to go ahead and lose your next battle against Kang. Because if you don't, time is going to end. And when time ends, you, my friend, will not even matter at all. And so you have Ultron kind of look at Iron Man and the rest of the Avengers kind of like, okay, fine, you're right. I'll go ahead and lose my next battle. And he does that. When Kang the Conqueror appears with his army of heroes and villains across time, Ultron lost that battle to Kang. He lost. And with that happening right there, time basically fixed itself. Time is normal again. Time is not falling apart. Now, to go ahead and wrap this book up, you do have the present day Iron Man meet up once again with the future day Iron Man. And the thing is, though, you have the future Iron Man hand over the same doomsday device we saw earlier in this story that King had, and you have future Tony say, listen, Tony, you are going to need this one day because you are going to watch your friends die year after year. But sooner or later, you are going to use this device and it's going to help you down the road. I'm telling you right now, keep this device close to you because you are going to need this down the road. and then you have the present day Avengers go back to the present day, and time has fixed itself. Everything is normal once again, and the Avengers have saved the day. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. Please leave me a like down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here, and I'll see you on the next comic book video. Later, guys.